Hello everybody, this is Maniac4Bricks, and recently I received a special package from Hungary in my P.O. box. Well, the funny thing about it is, technically, by the time it arrived, there was a bit of an error. That's why this video went up later than expected. The P.O. box was actually closed before this package arrived, so the package didn't know exactly where to go. Luckily, it had a backup of my email. I was able to trace it and redirect it so that I could still receive it and share it with you today. This is actually a very special package, hashtag free product perhaps, but I am looking forward to this nonetheless, from MOCHub. We'll learn more about them in just a moment. Hello there. We're MOCHub, a revolutionary new platform that came up with a business model that enables builders to monetize their hobby while making LEGO MOCs available and affordable to a wide variety of audiences. Let's take the step to the next level of sharing together and show the AFOL community what they've been waiting for. We love your channel, and we wanted to surprise you with this amazing Rose MOC by Felix Janch. I apologize in advance for mispronouncing the name. Our animal MOC expert, made of genuine LEGO pieces. You can find it here. There's also on the back side of this, it describes how else to get to the instructions. We hope you like it, and we'd be thrilled to see it in one of your videos. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Cheers and happy building, from Sarah. Now, there will be a link in the description below if you do want to find the MOC itself, and I will show you the MOC once it's completed in the video. The next forum basically describes a little bit more about the different people that went behind the step process to gather all the pieces, create the instructions, and make sure it's packaged just right so everything is accounted for. Very nice on that. I also like all of the handwritten signatures with each of these. Very nice touch. And nice to see everybody's penmanship. All of which better than mine. They have a link here for finding the instructions. And there's also a piece count on the third page. Describes all the pieces, their colors, how many should be included. So if I find any issues, I'll contact them and make the appropriate arrangements. And then over here, I've already briefly opened it, but we have the parts for the Rose MOC, which right off the bat, I want to say that's impressive if somebody is an animal expert in MOC building and they're trying something new by creating a rose. I do like that. Hopefully they have some variety of animals, maybe plant life, and just biology, which should be fun to build in this video. I'm not going to show the exact step-by-step building process for this. I'm just going to cut to when this thing is fully built. But looking at it right now, it's a good variety of parts in a couple of colors: green, dark green, red, and black. And these are our authentic LEGO pieces as I'm looking across them. I don't think they're lying to me. So I do like that. And I also do like the little box that's in here, very nicely packaged. And all this came inside of a large envelope, so everything is secure and nothing seemed to be loose or falling out or broken. So I'll go to the building and then we'll talk about this Rose MOC. So here we are with the completed Rose MOC by Felix. Before I talk about the MOC itself, I'd like to talk about my experience while building it. This took me about 10.5 minutes to build it my first time using the instructions. I used a PDF of the instruction manual on my iPod Touch. Granted, probably not the best decision because it's a small screen. But I had to zoom in a couple times to get clarity on some of the pieces that were used, and luckily, the pictures didn't blur up, so they were still clear enough to see between pieces what was needed for each step. For example, I first counted 5 of the 1x1 green bricks here, when I actually needed 7, but when I zoomed in on the instructions, I could still tell which was a separate piece from each other, so I had the better number for that. Or once or twice needing to check if there was a plate or a tile to use as a 1x2 for the head of the rose. When I finished, I actually had to do a little bit of repair with the rose itself, but right now, it's staying together pretty good. All the right building connections, no illegal techniques per se, are used in here. Just some very clever techniques that were used all throughout the head of the rose, and then a little more simple for the base of it. One thing I noticed when everything was squared away, I had 8 extra 1x4 red plates. And extra plates are good. I'm glad I didn't have any pieces missing to hinder the process of building the model. So that's very nice. I'm glad everything was accounted for. And then some. Taking a look at this right off the bat, this is very artistic. This is what I would consider a great use of building techniques and a great use of different pieces to really get the shape of something from real life. Very realistic. Right off the bat, I'd say I do like the thorns that are added on to each side of the rose. They're spread apart, they're not too clumped together, they're along every side of it, so it feels very real and all the way around for all the detail. And there's a good length for the stem of it. It's a little fragile because it's built upon 1x1s, but that would happen no matter what you were building. I'm not saying that's any fault of the designer. With that, I do want to also add in that all the parts were clean and they weren't broken. These looked like brand new Lego pieces to me. They were authentic Lego pieces, and they fit together very nicely, just like any other Lego I've played with. The best part of this has to be the head of the rose. It gives a lot of detail all the way around, using lots of interesting ways of attaching the same plates and tiles together, which is incredible for something of the same MOC that it can do so much. It actually has the base of it using a 1x1 headlight brick with studs on almost every side, and they're actually in 8 different directions, using 2 of those bricks stacked on top of each other. I really do like how it came together because it allowed all different angles to be covered very nicely, and it feels like a real rose to me. I'll take the head off so you can see it from the top angle, but that looks pretty proper. And you can even see along the sides of it how some of it kind of slopes up, the way that the rose petals would normally unfurl when it absorbs sunlight. I do like that look. And I know from the top it looks a little gappy, but for all the right connections that you can make with Lego pieces, this covers it very well. It gets where it needs to. Now, I don't want to talk about price, but I do want to talk about an actual Lego model, and I'll fix this in just a moment. It is a bit fragile, so I would say be very careful with this when moving it around. I would say have it in a nice safe vase, actual vase, like a glass one, if you may, to make sure that it doesn't fall apart. Luckily, this is built kind of symmetrical on different sides of it, so if there were things that fell apart from it, you kind of tell where it's supposed to go. Some of them overlap from each other, so it doesn't take too long to fit it back into place. I know, I've tried repairing it once or twice before the video. Back to what I was saying before, I'd like to compare this to an actual Lego set vase. This actually came with a daisy, but I'm going to leave the daisy model out of it. This one you can actually find at Lego stores or the Lego shop online. I believe it's still supposed to be a rose as opposed to maybe a tulip, but you can tell a big difference in the size of it and the detail of it. This one uses a lot more slopes than the other one, but it doesn't cover all the angles. You can tell it's very square on certain sides of it. It's simpler to build, but it doesn't really capture the feeling for me. And it also just has the one leaf on the side as opposed to having some thorns throughout it. And it feels more proper to me for a rose to have a longer stem than what this one has. I mean, this one, the head of it is actually almost the same size as the rest of the rose visible outside of the vase. So, as far as realism, I really do like the MOCHub version of it. Again, I'm not going to talk about price. I don't know the price of the MOCHub one. I am happy to receive this as a gift, and I'm just saying, as a model, it looks way better, and it's way worth it. I'm actually going to do a quick comparison, a little bit unscripted, a little bit choppy, but I'm going to compare this with what my mom thinks. She's already seen the Lego store version. I gifted it to her earlier this year. She works in a floral department, So I want to see what she thinks between the two. I apologize for the shakiness of the video. Hey Mom, I got a package in the mail.
What was it?
With a rose, kind of like the one I gave you a gift for before, but this is a new one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Another flower?
That's the other one from before. I think you already saw that one. What do you think between them? I should have warned you it was fragile. I'll go fix that. Just when I was gonna ask the flower expert what she thought between them. Okay, let's try that again. Available now.
Joe. Let's lay
You're welcome.
down.
Oh yeah, maybe it's better laying down. What do you think?
I love it. Very cool. Wow, you did that fast.
Yeah. This one's a rose, isn't it? Or
yeah, it's very bloomed out.
oh, okay. What do you think between them? Like the one that's from Lego and the one that I received in the mail.
You got it in the mail?
Yeah.
From who?
Well, I mean, I had to build it myself, but it was by instructions.
It's very cool. I don't know how you do this stuff.
So thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you want to learn more about MOCHub, you can check them out in the link in the description below. I should also have a link in there for the Rose Mock in particular, if you'd like to pick that up. And again, I thank the good people at MOCHub for sending me this package. I apologize that it received much later than it should have. The P.O. Box was canceled at some point, but I will return it at a later point with a new address, and I will make a video announcing that. I will also change all the descriptions. I know that might have been an issue for trying to find the address, so all of that will be updated in the near future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time with more LEGO videos.